The unexpected return of Donald Trump to the White House has sent ripples of uncertainty across the global landscape. World leaders, particularly in Western capitals, are grappling with the implications of his second act. Trump's America First rhetoric and unpredictable foreign policy during his first term have left a lasting mark. The international community, still reeling from a global pandemic and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, is bracing itself for a new era of American leadership. Many wonder if this new era will be defined by cooperation or a resurgence of isolationism. The initial reactions have been a mix of caution and apprehension. Past disagreements over issues like NATO funding, trade tariffs, and climate change cast a long shadow. The world remembers the disruption caused by Trump's withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement and the Iran nuclear deal. The question now is whether this time will be different or if old tensions will resurface. The stakes are high and the world is watching. The global order, already fragile, could be further tested by a Trump presidency. The coming months will be crucial in determining the trajectory of this new era. Will it be a period of stability and collaboration, or will it be marked by renewed global discord? Only time will tell. The European Union is approaching the new Trump administration with a sense of cautious pragmatism. Memories of past disagreements linger, particularly regarding NATO's role and burden sharing. The EU is keen to engage with the US on matters of mutual interest, such as counterterrorism and containing Chinese influence. However, there is an underlying awareness that this relationship will require careful navigation. Trade remains a point of contention. The EU remembers the tariffs imposed by the Trump administration on steel and aluminum imports, a move that sparked fears of a trade war. The bloc is bracing itself for the possibility of renewed trade disputes, especially given Trump's protectionist leanings. The EU, however, is not the same entity it was during Trump's first term. The EU has taken significant steps towards greater integration, both economically and politically. It has also become more assertive on the global stage, seeking to carve out a more independent role for itself. This newfound assertiveness could lead to friction with the Trump administration that may view the EU as a competitor rather than a partner. France and Germany, the twin engines of the European project, harbor deep concerns about the future of transatlantic relations under a second Trump presidency. Both countries have long advocated for a strong and united Europe, capable of defending its interests on the world stage. However, they have differing views on how to achieve this goal, particularly when it comes to defense. France, under President Macron, has pushed for greater European strategic autonomy, arguing that Europe can no longer rely solely on the US for its security. Germany, on the other hand, while acknowledging the need for greater European responsibility, remains wary of alienating the United States. The return of Trump to the White House could exacerbate these differences, potentially leading to a more fragmented European response. The potential for reduced American commitment to European security is a major concern for both Paris and Berlin. Trump's past criticism of NATO's relevance and his demands for increased defense spending from European allies have left their mark. The prospect of a more isolationist America under Trump has reignited debates within both countries about the need for greater self-reliance in defense. The future of NATO, the cornerstone of transatlantic security for over 7 decades, is thrown into uncertainty with Trump's return to power. Trump's previous pronouncements questioning the relevance of NATO and his transactional approach to alliances have left a sense of unease among America's European partners. The alliance, already grappling with the challenges posed by a more assertive Russia and the rise of China, now faces questions about American commitment to its core principles of collective defense. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine further complicates the equation. Trump's stance on the conflict, characterized by a mix of admiration for Vladimir Putin and calls for a negotiated settlement, has raised concerns among NATO allies. The potential for a shift in US policy towards Ukraine, including a reduction in military and financial aid, is a real possibility. Such a move would have profound consequences for European security and the future of NATO. It would embolden Russia, weaken the alliance's credibility, and potentially fracture transatlantic unity. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether the US will reaffirm its commitment to NATO and continue to support Ukraine in its fight against Russian aggression.